know, that shit depends on who grow the carbon.
What?
The carbon is the flavor. I done had a few different carbons now.
I don't even remember what that is.
Carbon
Fiber.
fiber. This one, right?
Cause carbon fiber got some. It's like grape something, grapes and cream or some shit. It's like grapes and cream crossed with biscotti, right?
It's violet metal.
No, look at the tag.
Yeah,
Violet metal.
Yeah, that's violet metal. Those big ass buds.
Like that's carbon.
Mm-hmm.
Carbon
got nuggets.
It's carbon right here, I think you said.
Yep, that's carbon fiber. That's my selection of choice. I know the gas. It's got some gas to it. It's got
really.
Yeah. Earthy though. Like
yeah.
I feel it's a little more earthy and
But anyway, what the fuck was we just talking about? We was talking about how strains ain't always necessarily the hype cuts ain't always hype.
Right.
You know
they're just popular.
They're just popular.
And they're just popular names.
Yeah.
Really. Cause like you said, man, like it's all about the effect, right? So just because something's out there named whatever and somebody says it's fire, I'll get in and running and say, oh man, it's this terp. I don't even like that. You know what I mean? Now, does that mean it's not fire? No. But people don't even know like what the terps are, what the effect is. They just like it for the name.
The name, the hype.
And
that's what makes these motherfuckers popular and shit.
Yeah.
So it will drive the consumer market. And it drives the growers market now too in a sense. Because breeders are now copycatting whatever the hype strain is.
Yeah.
Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So
that's how they sell seeds.
That's how they sell seeds. Yeah. All this shit is a little,
I don't think
it's all a little crazy.
Yeah.
But if people would grow more so with a little more information or attention, it is some breeders that are very straightforward.
Yeah.
With you know what I'm saying, they line up with or very informational about the profiles of some of these motherfucking genetics they put out. They give you some testing and some profiles on whatever you're supposed to be looking for, et cetera, et cetera. If they're not giving you these types of things, that's a red flag.
Yeah, if they can't show me their pheno.
Right. But why should I buy and grow your shit?
Then we're testing for you.
That's fine. That's fine if that's what you're doing. And if you know what I'm saying, transparent about that, then can't nobody necessarily hold it against you or if they choose to support you at this point or help you at this point or whatever.
Man.
But it's just a little sad.
I'm not really like super snobby about seeds, seed makers or breeders or pollen chuckers or whatever category they want to fall into. If you take some fire and cross it to some fire,
probably will get some fire.
I'm trying. I'm trying to run it.
I'm gonna assume that's just
you know. But everybody ain't. A lot of people, some people don't know, man.
It's the ransom.
Some people ain't really been exposed to really good weed.
Yeah.
Honestly, man, a lot of people. There's a lot of people who think they smoke good weed every day.
Yes.
And they have never seen good weed in their life.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's no knock to them, but
it's actually a misjustice.
Yeah, it's fucked up. You know what I mean? Because, it's not hard. Anybody can do it, man. And, it's just miseducation, man. And it's fucked up laws in some places, too, that just makes it, fucking impossible, man. So,
I feel like at this point, all right, most states, because more states are legal than not. We're going to assume that most of the states that aren't legal probably have somebody cultivating somewhere they ain't supposed to. Whatever. So, with all this information out here, internet, bro science, you got workshops and all that type of shit. We be doing workshops, motherfuckers coming out saying that they grow, stores having workshops, all this motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, access. Why people still kind of like chasing their tails with, you know what I'm saying, we're not growing for intentional fucking reasons.
Well, I mean,
That shit is kind of strange.
people are like, you know, they're sheep, you know, like they want to see somebody else do it, see someone else win, see more people do it, normalize it. There are markets where, you know, they've been around for a while and it's tied into the community now and it's not taboo there so much, and there are a lot of brands and it's pretty open. You know what I mean? It takes time, and that's only for certain geographics probably. You know what I mean? But you know, I don't know, man. It's not even that everybody has to take it into their own responsibility to grow their own weed, even though they can, cause like if they would set it up right, man, and the right people would get the right shake at it, they would grow good weed for everybody. You know what I mean? But it's just not set up like that. It's not set up for that kind of person to win. You know what I mean? So,
I don't think nobody can. I don't think that's too much responsibility for like one motherfucker. I think.
well, not one like.
Or like, I think the more they normalize this shit, I mean, I want it to be like normalized, right? But I don't want it to be saturated. So
If we came out, not we, but if some kind of collective came about, that was all about informing people, you know, about what's actually going into growing weed, and letting people choose. I think that would go a long way.
They would go a long way.
But, you know, the government comes up front and takes what they want. And it's not a lot left. So, you know, the capitalist side of everything takes over. And, you know, the market now is full of, there's really good weed out there.
It is.
And there's really bad weed out there. You know what I mean? And, I don't know how, it's always been like that, though, I guess.
Yeah, I think I think people don't really necessarily want to have to like manufacture shit.
Right.
Regardless of whatever the fuck it is. Like nobody wants to make it. They just want to get the shit. So when you got a ratio that's so high of people who don't want to produce, that puts a lot more stress on the small ratio that do want to produce.
Yep.
So it's it's like a balancing act or whatever. So I kind of like, at this point, it's like, to me, it's like if you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. As long as you have the right to, then that's
Sound like better.
You know what I'm saying? It's your right that you exercise or you don't exercise to motherfucking be self-sufficient. Because that shit will save you a whole lot of motherfucking
I just
money.
wish people, instead of like, you know, the way it is where we got like pretty pictures and fucking cool names and shit, it was just more about, this is how we grew it. And then you can pick, I mean, just, this is what had to go into making your product. Instead of a bud out of this batch tested at this much, you know, with this many terps.
Or they seen the whole process.
Right. Just,
they would take it a lot more serious.
Yeah, just letting people know. And I'm not saying it's good or bad either way. I'm just saying just being way more transparent about it. Normalizing what growing is and how simple and difficult it is at the same time, right? Growing at scale. And, you know, I think we'd all respect it more. I mean, we see corn growing in the fields. We can drive right by it. You know, it would grow the same way.
Yeah, all the time. That would be fucking dope. If they would just unhandcuff the motherfucker
Yeah, man.
and let people
Yeah, just let people see
grow
it.
how they want to grow.
Yeah, do
Because everybody's not going to do it any motherfucker.
Right, right.
It's not
know
a
what
lot
I'm
of
Be
saying?
time.
blocking
It's-
out
it's
a lot of the
time.
great talent, man. There's probably people who would be fucking amazing at doing this.
Yeah.
And they're never gonna try it because it's so taboo. It's so, you know.
Outdoor farming ain't as easy as a motherfucker might think it is.
Shout out to the outdoor
Shout out
farmers.
There's
to
a lot
the
more
outdoor
elements to
farmers,
deal
man.
with.
Shout out to all the outdoor
They got that
farmers.
ecosystem down pat. You hear
Yeah,
me?
man.
That shit ain't,
yeah.
it's nothing to be just like looked off at.
I don't know.
Oh, but what you go for, you know, the gas or what have you. There's some good signs of a good plant. Obviously, you're gonna start with the genetic backstory or whatever, and that probably give you an idea of where you're going, or sometimes you don't know. When you pop that random pack, like what's a sign you see in the plant that's like, all right, this bitch right here, just showing us a little bit of promise early.
So alright, so I'm growing indoor mostly. So I really like plants that fill the canopy. Right? I like bushy plants.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like tall plants.
I like
You know.
tall vision. Go ahead.
I don't like tall plants too much, you know what I mean?
Right.
They yield, but it's a lot to deal with.
That's a lot. Absolutely right.
And so ransomware, right? Like my cut,
Right. That's
short and stubby. You know what I mean? It don't get tall. She don't get tall. She don't stretch, but maybe.
Miss your cut.
Yeah, man. Wedding cake costs gorilla breath. Grow low keys, gorilla breath.
Ransomware.
I found that
Yeah,
shit.
this is she the one.
Had it for about four, maybe 5 years now. You know what I mean? Kept her in the house the whole time. She ain't going nowhere.
Motherfucker don't know what that take.
And yeah, she's slow vegger. But honestly, I think it's just cause she don't get tall. So I'm just waiting for her to get big, and she's just not that. But you know, in the week 5, 6, 7, man, she put the weight on, bro. Show off, trichomes get crazy. You know what I mean? She go dark. You know, man, if it get cool and get all that purple on her. But man, that's the one right there. You smoke that shit, you going to bed. You know what I mean? That shit going straight the way you know what I mean? Slow everything down. Nice and calm. You be nice and nice.
Nice
You're
and
nice
sweet.
to everybody. That's
Nice and sweet.
Yeah, man, I love that shit. But yeah, like I like plants that have thick stems. I don't like flimsy plants. You know what I mean?
Don't hollow stem
Vigorous
that shit.
plants. I
Vigorous.
love vigorous plants. And I really don't like plants that stretch a lot, man.
That's hard to manage as well, right?
Yeah, man, like that.
All this shit come with something.
Yeah, man. But
A lot more canopies.
I always tell people plants are like people, right? It's like, you know, they got a mother and a father. Every seed's different, and everyone wants something different, right?
Right.
So like, you gotta figure out how to give it what it wants so it can do the best that it can, and once you can figure that out for whatever plant that is for you, I mean, whether you like how it grows or not, if you can give it what it wants, man, it's going to show off, man. It's going to show off, you know what I mean? So that's like the chase. That's the chase for me, you know what I mean? I'm trying to grab all the genetics. I want to run it all. I want to see what all the hype's about. And like I said, it's normally not about anything.
I mean, the best just win.
It's normally not about anything.
Yeah. So, trial and error, man.
It's interesting.
Yeah,
What,
man.
you know, becomes a hype and why.
Yeah.
A lot of people chase percentage in like a normal market anyway. Not people are really into. I don't know. I always took it as. I remember I took like a class on just endocannabinoid system and the terpenes and how that's involved in that. So I always took it a little different than probably your average person. I took it for the medicinal purposes of it. That's kind of why I always chased it. I always found intriguing, and maybe that was just because of my background. Always like fitness and everything too. Always enjoyed that as a pastime. So, newer people are chasing different things and not understanding this.
Yeah.
How this
So the
plant
hype,
shit
the
go.
hype, and
Yeah.
then you got other markets that's not as involved, and it's more just marketed as this percentage. Not really understanding just like the genetics and effects and
It's not all about percentage and shit. That shit come down
or
to
whatever creates the hype. I don't even know what the hell
Yeah.
creates it, to be honest with you.
What about 420? What about these events we got coming up?
So, we got NCF on 420. We got the Blaze the Runway.
Blaze the Runway with Bouquet.
We got, what else? we
The
got
Candle
going on?
Mixer.
Hey,
J
this
Mills.
week? Is this week?
J
What's
Mills,
Yeah,
Candle
Mills this
Mixer.
week.
Yeah.
That's this week.
She
Yeah.
gonna do J-Break.
We got a few things coming out, man. I need to get the website up so they can get this motherfucking merch.
Yeah, man.
And come get this heat, man. What you doing, dog?
It's on the way.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just trying to get the
That thing
Get the
up,
situation
these people,
proper.
man.
proper, you know.
'Cause that was something we was doing like independently at first. Y'all was like, well, we all kind of did a little
Everybody was
different variations.
figuring
of
it
like
out.
How we, well, all right, well, I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Well, let me just
Yeah.
try to. You was stamping your own
Yeah,
words.
hurrying
yourself.
up and fucking
Yeah.
up. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
shit.
You was like, yeah, we gonna
Yeah.
walk around like this shit, like our posters. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly.
But,
Everywhere I'm at, the logo
You
on.
gonna see the
Yeah.
logo, you gonna
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
absolutely. So
Good shit, man.
so
We
that-
came with the end product,
you know what I
so
mean?
it was just about building a brand around it. You know what I mean? I knew like we was gonna give them what they wanted. You know?
You already know that shit's on the way.
Shit.
You gonna get
If
that.
the network around, you know, it's good weed around.
Good
You know
heat.
what I mean? Shit.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Oh yeah, we gonna get up out of here, man. I'm gonna finish rolling this good ransomware.
We gonna
Yeah,
smoke
man.
this hash
We
roll.
gonna smoke this other hash hole that y'all wish y'all could smoke.
We
It's
gonna
like
see
the
y'all at
fifth
these
one.
events.
We gonna see y'all at these events, and we gonna catch y'all later. We out.